Ladies and gentlemen, read the hat, your favorite Zionist white colonizing prince, coming to you live from the United States of America. Tall, the traveling clad here. If you do want to support the channel, you can get a white colonizer hat or much other merchandise at thetravelingclad.com in the description below. And let's get right into this video with Jonathan Conarkis.
The United States believes that Iran is days away from nuclear capability.
Interesting.
Let me say that again. Days away. That should strike fear into the hearts and minds of every single person in the world.
It's terrifying.
This is utterly terrifying. Are we taking this seriously enough? It doesn't appear so. What's going on behind the scenes that we may not know about? So many questions, and here to give us some answers, former IDF spokesperson, Jonathan Conarkis. I want to start by asking your reaction to that news regarding Iran and its nuclear capability. Is that surprising to you? Is that quicker than you might have thought?
Unfortunately, it isn't surprising. And I think that the Iranian regime has been on the path of achieving nuclear military capabilities for a long, long time. And I won't be able to vouch for the specific accuracy. And there's also a bit of conflicting reports within the US system. Some intel officials claim otherwise. But the bottom line for me is very clear. The Iranian regime is on its way to achieving nuclear military capabilities. The world has been trying to use diplomacy and negotiations and sanctions for the better part of around 15 years. Yet here we are. We have a fundamentalist, crazy regime that is very close to achieving nuclear military capabilities, and that will change the balance of security and the political balance in the Middle East and probably in the world. And that's something that needs to be prevented by any means necessary.
We've just come off the back of 4 years of complete lack of action in any way, shape or form under the Biden administration when it came to Iran. He was asked, are you worried? He said, they know not to do anything. A week later, they kill US troops. We've now got an administration who is actually backing up what they are saying. They're attacking the Houthis at the moment. A lot of chatter out there that the US has its eyes on Iran to do something practically, physically. What's your read on that?
So the way I see it is that there are negotiations. There's signaling, there's communications, US president, the Iranians, Israel, and everybody are still posturing and indicating to the other side their ability to take military action. The Iranians have been exposing new missile bases and they've been touting new capabilities that they developed, whether it's drones or missiles or naval capabilities. And you can see a steady drip of those messages and announcements by the Iranians. The point of that is that they're signaling that if you try to attack us militarily, we'll be able to retaliate and we have the ability to destabilize the Middle East. But Israel is ready, has the capabilities, has proven twice already that it can penetrate Iranian air defenses and it can deliver ordnance wherever it needs to do so in Iran. And the US has been moving assets and capabilities closer to the theater of operations in the Middle East, and also indicating that if negotiations don't go well, as President Trump wants, then there is a willingness and a military capability to use the military option. Bottom line of all that, we're still in the negotiation stage, and I think that President Trump is using Israel as the stick in this equation, telling the Iranians that if you don't go ahead and come to the table and agree to disarm completely of your nuclear capabilities and agree to immediate, full, comprehensive inspections of each and every facility that is related to nuclear matters in Iran, then the other option is the Israelis, and the Israelis are ready to go.
So, Jonathan, we're talking about the potential nuclear capability of a place like Iran. Why doesn't Israel have nuclear capability?
Well, Israel has a policy of ambiguity on that matter, which is quite a few years old.
Why you ask me about nuclear weapon? What do you think we have? My love, we have Dimona, but we don't have their nuclear weapon. Maybe we have their nuclear hummus. Maybe a little bit nuclear falafel, because, you know, the falafel in Dimona are not so delicious. But nuclear weapon? What you talk to me about missiles? We don't have like this. We're Jews. We don't keep like this. FULLTIME.
And it's designed to keep Israel's enemies guessing about Israeli strength and military capabilities. I think most of our enemies assess that Israel has nuclear capabilities, and I think that they understand that if Israel is brought within an existential threat, Israel would be able to use those capabilities. Reportedly, and I think our enemies understand, Israel also has the ability to what's referred to as second strike, even if, God forbid, Israel should be attacked by nuclear weapons and suffer a tremendous blow, then Israel still has the tools available to retaliate against whoever fired at Israel. Whether that's true or not, I can't say, but I can say that I believe.
Achi. Shnia. Whether it's true or not, I just detailed to you Israel's exact plan of attack if you fire a nuke at it. Okay. I love my country so much. I really love my country so much. We're not going to say whether we have the nuclear weapon or not, but you know, we have a plan of attack that if they attack us in this pinpoint equation, we have an exact rocket that can come out and kill you at the same moment, but we cannot say. For now, we will not tell you whether we have or not.
Believe that is what our enemies understand. And I think that what's important here is that
crazy,
we in the world, I think the global interest should be to prevent further the development of an additional arms race in the Middle East. The Saudis and the Egyptians and the Turks have already indicated that if Iran goes nuclear, they would desperately want military nuclear capabilities as well, because they understand that there's madmen with their finger on the bottom, and that they cannot tolerate that, and I can understand. And that's a very bad situation because the more countries that have these capabilities, the worse.
God forbid Egypt ever gets his hand near a nuclear weapon. God forbid. The last people we can trust on planet Earth. I almost trust the Islamic regime of Iran more than I trust Egypt or any Egyptian with a nuclear weapon. Seriously. Egyptians are fucking wild. Those are wild people. Those are crazy human beings. They should not be anywhere near a nuclear weapon. And y'all know that. The same people whose national dish is pasta and rice in the same bowl should not have nuclear weapons. Thank you. I rest my case. Koshari means you can't have nuclear weapons. You got to give up one. If you have koshari, you can't have nukes. If you have nukes, no koshari.
I think that is one of the main reasons why it should be prevented. And the best way of dealing with the problem is usually preventing it from becoming reality and not dealing with it once it becomes reality.
So what you're saying, Jonathan, is that Israel does have nuclear capabilities.
What I'm saying is that our enemies believe that Israel has nuclear capabilities. I think that's a good belief for them to have. And I think that Israel has proven over the years that it is absolutely has a no-nonsense policy when it comes to defending the state of Israel. Israel has a history of doing what is right and what is necessary for its security, and Israel will do whatever it takes to defend itself.
In layman's terms, stop fucking with us or we'll fuck your ass up. What is this? Oh, it's the end of the video.
Who wants to impeach
we will F you up if you keep effing with us, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Connerkiss comes in hot, letting us know the whole truth. We don't have nuclear weapon. We do have nuclear weapon. What is important is that their enemies believe we have nuclear weapon. Now, it may be based on many intelligence, but we will not say. For now, we keep maybe. Maybe is better than for sure. Gotta love Israel and its ambiguity, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love Israel and its ambiguity. I'll tell you what isn't ambiguous. Being a white colonizer and supporting this YouTube channel so I could keep doing what I do. It's the only way I can keep going. Get some merchandise on thetravelingclad.com. You get something cool for yourself. You support the shit out of my channel. It's great for me. It's great for you. And we'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, Clyde. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee,
or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.